Don't Blink, it's your boy Ink. We have another episode, another review. It is season 1, episode 14 of One Piece. Pretty freaking good episode when you think about it. We have Kaya who decides. Okay, so let's start with the beginning. It's not the best episode. There's a lot being discussed. There's a lot we're talking about in this episode. We have Kuro who's entering the scene, and it's impressive because um, I keep on I keep on repeating myself and comparing the Kuro crew to the Buggy crew because the Buggy crew is like the only other pirate crew we saw, right? So Kuro being the captain, he entered the scene, and there's some really cool stuff that's going on here. We have Kuro is being betrayed by the two Sammy's cats. And they're like, you're not a captain, and ultimately, it's to showcase his power. But most of all, it is to say, yo, not every pirate is gonna have a crew that is loyal, and it's to showcase that Luffy is lucky to have. Of course, he has a small crew. There's not 40 of them, but nobody's gonna betray him, and that's kind of cool because we have this contrast, right? Kuro, he opened up his weapon. It's kind of cool because we're talking about why he used to do like this to pick up his glasses because he had the claws. So again, it is fantastic. This is small details that means a lot. He has claws which are blades. So you would think that because he has blade, he would fight Zoro, but Zoro is busy fighting the twin. Now we're having an issue in this episode. Who's stronger, Luffy or Zoro? Since they're both fighting together, it shouldn't be a problem. But then you don't have a power level, and there's no explanation of power level. Arguably, in the latest episode, you can say, "Oh well, Zoro's stronger, Luffy's stronger." But in this very early on, we don't have a power system, and it's hard. So when we fight against Kuro, and if Luffy's in a bad position, you're like, "Why wasn't it Zoro? Zoro's stronger." So it is something that's bothering me. It's a small detail, but still, right? We have Luffy, incredible fight. What? Kuro to the scene. Oh yeah, Luffy is he manages to hurt Kuro pretty badly, and you see Kuro as this monster, and we got Django over. It's kind of nice. Um, we got Django who chose his chakram, which is like a circle with a blade. So if you know Mortal Kombat, the guy with the hat, he kind of have like a chakram. No, Kingdom Heart 2, Axel kind of have a chakram. So those two are super important, right? And it's just nice that we're having this scene. It's just nice that we're talking about this because again, he's attacking Nami. Ooh, Nami, she's taking risks. She wants to get Zoro's sword. She wants to wake up Luffy, and she's about to get Luffy. But then Luffy wakes up and he's able to destroy the chakram. So it does prove that Luffy's super strong. Like that's something that we love, something that we appreciate, something that we value as a crew, but also as people, right? Because he is a captain, and we want our people to win. Zoro is strong, but like I was talking for multiple episodes now, Usopp is not strong, and Nami is not strong, so it cannot all rest upon Zoro's shoulder. It wouldn't be fair, right? Luffy is worried about Nami, which is kind of cool because you never see, it's not true. You often see Zoro worried about Zoro. You often see Luffy worried about Zoro, but Luffy worrying about Nami seems more real because he knows she's a bit weaker, and he's more worried about her because they're fighting real people, real pirates, right? It's There's this amazing scene where Nami, she has this really like cool speech, and then she's like, "Do it for the treasure, save the treasure," and you see that Luffy was really into the speech until she talked about the treasure, and then she's like, "Ugh." Yeah, I'll save the treasure. I'll save the treasure. It's nice because we have Kaya entering the scene, and she's trying to stop Kuro. She's really trying to stop him, and it's amazing because she's weak, but then she really tries, and then we realize that Kuro, he wanted the treasure, but now he wants peace because he's tired of running away from the marine. He has all of this money. He could just live in the village, and they do love him, and he would never have a problem. He can just become the butler once again, and that's it. And he wants to kill Kaya because by killing Kaya, she kind of tells people like, "Oh, he's a bad guy." But Usopp sacrificed himself for her, so it was kind of cool to see Usopp was this coward protecting Kaya. There's some real, like I said, not the best episode, but there's a lot being talked to. There's a lot behind the scene. There's a lot of things that have to do with said story. For example, the caring of Luffy towards his crew, right? And we're seeing this. I feel like there hasn't been a moment where we saw Luffy, Zoro being worried about Nami, but Luffy is constantly worried, and that means the leadership is better. But who knows? Who knows? I just want to see who's stronger, Luffy or Zoro, because if you have a starting point, it's like in Dragon Ball, right? We're seeing Goku being strong, Vegeta being stronger, and it's always changing. It's like, okay, well, this guy probably gonna have a new form, or this guy's gonna have to keep on training. And I think together this is fantastic. My opinion. Love you guys. Peace.